Hey everyone, it is April 11th, 2019, and welcome to another Brooklyn Baritone podcast. All right, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate the support. I appreciate your attention that you're giving me. Could be anywhere else around the world, listening to something else, but you're listening to me. My name, of course, is Corey Ashley, and this is, of course, another episode in my podcast series, looking to keep it fresh every week, speaking about uplifting topics, things of common sense, wisdom, social issues, spiritual growth issues, professional growth, all that good stuff. Okay, so we're getting into this episode. I think about a lot is divisiveness and distractions. Father knows we have more than enough of our fair share with distractions and divisiveness and all that fun stuff. So I'm here doing me. This podcast that I'm doing, I use my own time, my own energy, resources that I've gathered to put forward my thoughts and share whatever I have with you. And of course, I talk with a lot of people around me, but this is just part of what I do. By trade, I'm an IT person. I hold multiple certifications in different industries, but I'm looking for always ways to grow myself. And I like sharing. I do like talking, but I also like listening. I do find that people near me, not every single person, but most people, they like to talk with me because I like to listen. And the more you listen, the more you attentively and actively listen, the more you learn of people. The more you learn of people's mindsets, the more you can actually expand yourself because you're going outside of your own box, your own level of understanding. So this is what I usually try to bring to the table with whatever I do. And of course, with my media, with my speaking, my talking, with my podcast. This is part of what I do. So I find time to get up and just do it. Get up and just do what you have inside of you. Get up and do what you need to do to grow yourself, to provide for yourself, to grow others as well. Now, that's going to be very hard to do when we live in a world where entertainment is ruling everything. And that's like the distraction part, where our attentions are easily taken. And let me not say easily taken, because at this point it seems easy because it's normalized, because we have different vices, we have different things that grasp our attention. Many things vying for our attention. I've mentioned before in the past that entertainment is a form of very successful and complicated psyops. Because an undetermined amount, I'm pretty sure past quadrillions amount of money, countless man hours, studying people, what people like, what people react to, what keeps people attentions peaked for short periods of time and long periods of time. There are people who go to school. There are specialists whose sole interest or desire or goal is to capture your attention. That attention is placed in TV shows, commercials, advertisements, clothing, slogans, music, jingles, certain sounds, certain types of looks of certain products, certain types of fonts, the way the fonts are colored, the way the fonts look, certain images, all of these things go into capturing your attention, because your attention is valuable. Why is your attention valuable? Because your attention translates in you focusing your energies on something, your mind on something, your heart in something. That can easily be utilized in your favor by you focusing your attention on growing yourself, on you understanding that you're pretty good at something, whatever that may be. You're a good athlete. You can sew pretty good. You can speak pretty good. You're good with working with your hands. You're good with working with children. You're good with working with pets and animals. So whatever the case may be, that is something that's inside of you. And you need to understand that. And you have to put your attention where the entertainment industry, this million, trillion, quadrillion dollar industry, is vying for your attention. So maybe normalize, but you have to think about it. Such a powerful and rich and robust industry thinks that highly of you to give you what you think you need to keep watching, to keep listening, to keep going and patronizing something or someone or some service for your attention. Now, that attention could easily be geared towards building your business, building up your skill set, building up yourself, building up others around you. Yeah, that's the big distraction. And there's so many things that we get caught up in. In video games, I came up hard on video games in the age, before they really had online like that. You used to go to people's houses or go to the local laundromat or grocery store, whatever the case is. And of course, we had the advent of the home consoles and everything, and then online gameplay. That took up a lot of my time. I still play from time to time, but nowhere near to the capacity of what I used to play. We have TV shows. People got to see the TV shows. We have a whole lot of movies out there. Music is killing it every day. The content, the music bed, the way the artist's style is or whatever, that captures and garners people's attention. But the dangerous part is, and sports. I can't forget about sports. Sports probably takes the cake out of everything. So the dangerous part, like I was saying, is that we give too much other things attention that don't really grow us. Not to say that you can't be inspired some way, somehow, or get ideas from certain things, from TV shows, movies, artist, actor, or even a product, or, watching anything on social media or YouTube. You can learn things if your mind is geared toward learning things. All of us waste a good amount of time every day. Every day. It becomes dangerous when you start to make it normal, and it becomes extremely lethal, basically, for your personal growth when you make that your life, where you have to find out what happened this next episode, where you're following this artist, on their last venture or their last beef they had with somebody, or their next album, or whatever the case may be, or your team making it to the playoffs, or whatever the case is. You can't make that your life. Now, those people you're looking at, they're getting their life. They're getting paid because people are paying attention to them, doing them. But what about you? Are you paying attention to yourself? You can't be distracted too much by other things. You have to get your life. The Father didn't put you here to be a sleeping follower. He also didn't put us here to be lukewarm. You got to get it. He said he'll either prefer you cold or hot. At least with cold, he know what you about, and you know what you about. If you hot, you on fire. He know what you about. Lukewarm is on the fence. It's not really worth anything. Lukewarm is lukewarm. So you have to be very careful with how much attention you put in certain things. How is it affecting you? How is it helping you build yourself? Really build yourself. You say music is good, maybe feel good. That's cool. Is that helping you, get your home? Is that helping you get your degree? Is that helping you getting certified in a certain industry? Is it helping you gain proper wisdom that you can apply positively for positive an optimal growth in your life? Is it really doing that? We try to justify feeling good, right? Or it has a good message with building us, and we fool ourselves. I look at things too all the time. I look at a lot of serious things, things about history, documentaries. So some things with how people are, how life is, I'm not going to lie, it bums me out sometimes, where I do want to go look on YouTube at, memes and kittens and stuff. But, as you know, I'm doing a podcast. As you know, I have a website where I like to do certain media. In my past works, I've done reviews of local establishments. I kept it a local grassroots kind of thing, which I still have to get back to now that I mention it. But even though I didn't go 100, because I know for a fact I could be doing so much more with my time, I went out there and I did it. Because I originally started this website, Brooklyn Baritone, to be a showcase for vocal talents, for vocal work and all that stuff. I said the website was way better than having a demo reel. I might as well have a living, breathing product I could direct someone to, and hey, that's my stuff. And then it just grew. I said, hey, let me put pictures up there. I like taking pictures with my Samsung phone at the time and a lens kit. Then I got a drone, as you can tell. I like taking the aerial photography, going through the whole official process so I could be legit and everything. And then, okay, I got the podcasting going on. Try to be uplifting. Try to be some sort of quality media out there. Now, I don't have big bucks, but I have words. I have words to help and grow people and lift people up. Same way how people lift me up, and I find inspiration every day when I wake up, and I thank the Father for it. We also have to be thankful to him in a way, not just with words, with actions. Produce the seed that he put inside of you. Stop giving these other industries and people your attention that are not really helping you to get better, to get to that next level, to get yourself focused on building yourself so you can build others up. That's what we should be putting our attention to. Okay? Not bashing anybody who follows sports. I used to follow sports. Not bashing anyone who's, play games, look at the shows and movies, but you cannot put too much attention. You can't put any more attention into these things. You got to go get it. It's your life. You have to get it. Not just get up and go to work and pay bills to buy stuff. No, I'm not talking about that. You know what's in you. And if you don't know what's in you, then it doesn't hurt to ask someone close to you, what do you think I'm good at? Or take a step back and look to see, what do you like doing? What do you want to do more of? How proficient you were, how good were you at certain things? So those distractions will get you, man. Those distractions will get you down. You got to try your best to break your way out of it, because, it may be hard because you're fighting against a trillion billion dollar industry, and people, they go to school and they train specifically to keep your attention focused on what they got. So they kind of have an edge on you. They did reconnaissance on you, so they know you. You got to break away from that. You got to get bigger than that. Get your life. Get your life. Hell, you be one of them people that people want to see on TV. Okay? If that's what it is. So I did the distraction part. Now for the divisiveness. Wow. I had said a whole lot in distraction. Like I do want to keep this, at 30 minutes or under 30 minutes. My goal was trying to be in under 30 minutes, but, divisiveness, as you can tell, especially in this country and the whole world as is, we have so much of that. And that also keeps people from really reaching their potential, because that is another form of distraction. To be divided, men against women, black against white, U.S. against whoever, as opposed to just looking at everybody and everything as a communal effort. We're supposed to be in this together. We're all supposed to be helping each other. We're all supposed to be helping our fellow man. When we see someone hungry in the street, we shouldn't deny them food. That's what my wife always says, and I agree with that. We shouldn't spend so much time being divided by race, and that, like the entertainment industry, has had quadrillions of dollars of resources pumped into it, countless man hours, countless lives lost, how much hours and words and pictures of false doctrinal sciences, quote unquote, air quote sciences, evolutionary sciences, that bred generations of people against themselves. This is a huge machine and monster, and the racism is one of the biggest ones of divisiveness, but we also have, classism, rich against poor. It's so much things that, factors that keep us divided. And after, learning as much as I have, back from the origins of things, the history of things, why things are the way they are now, and the rut that people just seem they cannot get out of. I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired that we cannot get past this. I'm so tired that people can't look to see the problems and why it is a problem and try to fix it. I was looking at a clip of Trevor Noah, the guy from South Africa who was like on the Today Show. I think he's a host of the Today Show. He's answering questions from his audience about reparations. Many people think, you black people just want reparations and free money. Well, I didn't have any slaves. Matter of fact, I have a hard time in life too. No, it's not about just having a handout. Reparations, and I like how he said it because that's the exact same way as I described it when I needed to and thought about it, is that reparations basically, look at the word, repairing. Things are broken. Things are broke. But yet we want to go forward like nothing's wrong. You still have a problem with something. You got to fix it first. Your car has an engine issue. You figure out how to turn the check engine light off and you keep driving. Well, you're going to have a problem down the road and it's going to get worse. Same thing for racism and so much other problems too. Not just racism, but that's just one of the biggest ones right now. That's for the longest it's been. There's so much other things that are wrong, that are broke, that people have not fixed properly. They just have Band-Aids, or they just figure they sweep it under the rug. These are the things that keep us divided because we lack, not the ability, but we just lack the interest to actually look at the problem, identify the problem, come up with a proper solution, and then execute that solution. So reparations for racism is like, listen, we understand atrocities have happened. And these are the direct and indirect results of these atrocities. What are we going to do? We're going to look to reverse it, to fix it, to hopefully try to undo all the education and the ulterior motives of those certain peoples and entities that wish to propagate these issues. Wipe it out, acknowledge it, fix it properly, then go forward. So much people are not willing to do that. So something as grand as that has a simple solution. And I'm always used to saying, most, if not all of our problems in life have simple solutions. It's people that decide to be difficult. Pride, arrogance, wickedness, whatever it is. Most issues we have can be solved pretty easily. But because not most of us, but a good amount of us decide to not be humble, we keep the beef cooking, as we will say in New York. And keep the beef cooking, that means you still want problems. You want the smoke. And this is why we can't move together properly. There's so much people that are aching just to put things behind them, not because they just want to be ignorant to the issues. They actually want to heal properly and give everyone their fair shake, give everyone their chance to mourn a bit, but then to grow. And then we have people who just want to keep the wound open and fresh because they think that's, for some reason, the way to go in life. That's one of the major things that keeps us divided. It comes down to humility. I could be willing to want to move forward and improve things all I want. But if there are other entities and parties involved that don't see eye to eye with me, that want to do the exact opposite, there is no possible way that we can move forward. And that's what it really is about. And, there's like a lot of, again, like I said before, men against women, rich versus poor, this country against that country, this generation against that generation. We all really have to get past that because we are communal entities on this planet. We're supposed to be looking out for each other. This is not supposed to be domination. It's supposed to be about dominion. Domination is a more aggressive or perverted form of dominion. Dominion means we're looking out for everything and everyone. We're responsible for everything and everyone around us that we can survey. Not just us against them, or I got mine, don't worry about this. The divisiveness and the distractions, it's killing us. It's like poison. It's like poison that's doesn't kill you right away, but it's killing you slowly. Killing you slowly. It's probably like strawberry flavored poison. We got sex flavored poison. We have movie flavored poison. We got racist agenda flavored poison. So there's so much things that we have to get past individually and communally together. We have to be careful and be very, very careful about how much energy we're putting into distractions, because we really can't afford it, because it's taking our attention away from what's really, really important. If we're strong enough, yeah, we could enjoy stuff here and there. But if we were really, really about it, to be honest, including myself, we could be and should be and would be accomplishing so much more for ourselves and for our families and our communities and our nations. Okay? We have to be very careful of what we invest our time and our energy in. We have to. We owe it to our Creator. We owe it to ourselves. We owe it to our families, and we owe it to our fellow men, our neighbors. We also have to really be humble and stop picking sides, because when it comes down to it, when there's like a massive emergency where people really need something and you're like really, and you're moved by it, or you're caught up in the middle of it, you're not going to care about libtards or Republicans or illegal immigrants or any of that nonsense. You ain't gonna care about blood or Crip. When it comes down to it, we're people first and people last. You put on a police uniform, you're a person first. You a black person around Asian people, you're people. Still people. You are still people. Subject to the same laws of physics on this earth. The same thing that could kill you can kill me. So we really have to focus our minds on not being distracted and broken down. That lowers our guard and lowers our ability to really be who we really supposed to be. And then we can't afford to be divisive, man. We can't. We think we're living, we're just barely surviving. Yeah, we may have some, people may have some houses and stuff and all that stuff out there, but we're not really living to the capacity we should be. There's still hungry people out there. There's homeless people out there. There are people who are miserable on their jobs out there. There are people who don't know where they're going to get something to eat, where they're going to sleep. There's people who don't have peace. There are people who have money, that have hundreds of thousands of dollars at their disposal, millions of dollars, even billions of dollars at their disposal, and they are not at peace. They are miserable. There's a lot of things contributing to this miserable existence, and these entities and factors, they take away our attention from what really matters, and that's the value of human life. This is what the Father meant for us, and it's still in us. We just got to get back to that. I'm going to say it. So many problems happen when we stray from the Father. Not religion. Talking about having a proper relationship, understanding, and respect for the Father. Once you have these things, everything else of how He intended to be will make total sense, and it will become a way of life where you will hunger for. Then everything else will fall into place. Building yourself up, building others up, continually learning, being humble before others, helping other people. Hell, it might even get you to put other people before you. And the more you practice this, the more natural it's going to be for you, because you're already uncovering things that are inside of you. We just have to get rid of all that muck, all that mess, all that weight of distractions and divisiveness out of our spirits and our minds. We're going to be there. Hopefully more people get there. Hopefully what I'm saying strikes a chord in someone. I don't know who's listening, but this is for you. This is for me. This is for all of us. And this is Corey Ashley. Thank you for listening to another Brooklyn Baritone podcast. I very much appreciate the support and the listen if you've made it this far to the end of it. Again, I will always be putting out weekly podcasts on many different topics. Keep your ears peeled on my website, brooklynbaritone.com, and I'm also on Google Play and the iTunes Play Store. Thank you very much. Remember, y'all, be blessed. I love you. Take care. You'll hear from me next time. Later.